right, we are back here with Marge and Garry Sawtelle, my mom and dad. Welcome to your interview together at Our Table Podcast. Lindsay and I are thrilled to have you here. And great job in your one-on-one interviews with us earlier. We thought it would be fun to get you together and talk about running family businesses together, which I think you have uniquely done as a couple over the, how many decades have you guys been married now?
55
years.
55 years.
You've been married. And you guys came together. I've always loved telling the story of how you met and so quickly married. But so just tell us one more time, like how do you remember seeing Dad for the first time, Mom?
I remember he came in to pick up Karen he'd come in every Friday night, pick up Karen. They'd go to Corinna, work in their family restaurant, and then come back on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's what I remember of Garry.
Mm-hmm.
That was in the fall. And but it was when we went swimming.
Mm-hmm.
When we were together in the car.
Yeah.
When did the scratch happen?
The swimming?
Okay, and
Yeah.
why did you scratch Dad, Mom?
I didn't. I mean, I scratched.
Well, she said she didn't, but she did. She scratched me. She poisoned me.
I scratched him when we were swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, I was probably pulling you underwater and.
I don't know. I think it was
whatever.
just very innocent. Yeah.
Well, if I know Dad from growing up in the pool with him in the backyard, there was always dunking. There was always pulling you under. So
Yeah.
Dad was always the
Yeah.
big whale coming from underneath and
Yeah.
having lots of fun.
Yeah. I remember.
It wasn't intentional. It was whatever, but
Yeah.
it was just a good story to tell.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember a story too when we were swimming up to camp. It was the summer before. The summer before we were engaged, and we were both out on the outer dock, and I went to dive in, and all of his family was up on the shore.
Mm-hmm.
I went to dive, and he pulled down my bottoms.
You did not. Boys back then did some silly things. I
mean,
to say.
honest to goodness.
Dad! Oh my God!
I thought that was after we were married, but whatever.
No, I don't.
You
know.
pantsed your future wife. My
Anyway,
goodness.
so I do remember that. That comes to mind, but.
Who made the first move between you two?
I think he.
No, Marjorie made the first move because I said I was going to take it cool and slow, and then she ended up at my apartment, knocked on the door, and said, "The girls left me outside. I need a ride home, back to the dorm, and I'm going to be there in 15 minutes."
Something like that.
Yeah. Did you guys have a first date?
Not that I can recall. Like the first.
Swimming pool would be about the first one.
Yeah. And then when he came to my home for the first time in Fry.
Okay.
I think that was, and my mother was in trouble with septic issues and stuff, and he fixed that, and so he was the golden boy, you know, from that point on. And then we went to Patsy's, and Stevie and Scotty were just, little then. And Patsy said to me after, she said, "Boy, if you don't nab him or keep him or whatever," she said, he's really special. So, I got the thumbs up from Patsy and from Mom.
Mm-hmm. So your family instantly liked.
Instantly. That was the first time that they met him. Yeah.
Yeah, the first time that you came home to Corinna, you came home with my sister Karen, and you spent more time with me than you did with Karen, and she was totally pissed. And But
Yeah.
that's the way it works.
Yeah.
Did Nana and Bampa like Mom?
Yeah, I guess so. Right off. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. So kind of, yeah. I don't know.
But certainly over the years, I know you guys have been very close.
Very close.
With both sides of your family. You
Yeah.
really, what I've seen is you both enjoy spending time
Yes.
with each other's
Yep.
family.
Yep.
Yeah. And I can see the love that each family has for both of you. So
Yep.
I know that's been, at least from my vantage point, pretty
That's
evident.
pretty clear.
So Mom, did you want to have more than 2 kids, or was you did? Okay.
Yeah, I wanted 3, but
Okay.
he wanted 2, and so that was, important. And the doctor we had then at the time was young, and he said to your father, if you want 2, then and because Marge has done her part in birth control,
Mm-hmm.
you need to step up to the plate and have a vasectomy.
Okay.
So, and but I mean, we agreed that 2 was certainly enough.
Mm-hmm.
And we had said earlier on that we'd have 3 children,
Mm-hmm.
but then we had 2, and that was enough for Dad, and it was enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
And a boy and a girl.
And a
that's what
boy
we
and a
wanted
girl.
to do, so.
Yeah.
So that's how we decided that.
And how did you guys decide to get married? Was there a proposal, or you just?
Yeah, there was. We went to Goodwin's or whatever, the ice cream place. Do you
Oh,
remember?
yeah.
And we sat there and we looked at each other and said we should get married. I mean, it was like it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we decided right then and there. That was in maybe September.
Yeah.
September.
September.
Yeah,
October, so.
yeah, and that was.
That's how it happened.
That's how it happened, And yeah,
then by November 14th,
we were
you were
married.
married.
Yeah, he bought a ring. That center diamond right there, and it was beautiful.
Mm.
It was absolutely beautiful, and he did that within a week or 2, less than 2 weeks.
How did you do? I mean, today people plan weddings out over 2 years sometimes. How did you plan a wedding out in such a short period of time?
We probably needed to get the church first.
And where did you get married? Which church?
St.
Catholic,
John
Yeah.
in Rumford.
So that's a Catholic church,
Yes,
right?
that's
Dad, you
We had my minister come and he participated in the ceremony. So.
so
Yep.
you grew up in a Methodist
Yeah.
church.
Yeah, and then I had to go and have whatever the Catholic wanted me to do. I mean, in Dexter, I went up there and met that priest and did whatever I had to do in order to get married into the Catholic
Mhm.
Church.
So you did that quickly too.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
He did. But I remember your mother asked if I was pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the
So
first
it was
question.
not a big
Yeah.
deal, but
Yeah.
I do remember.
Like curious about why so
Why so
fast.
Right.
fast?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Those are the best ones, though. Sometimes I think.
Uh-huh.
I feel like a lot of the times those are the ones that last.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So you guys then move right along into living in Corinna. Mom, you're now
Yeah.
relocating.
Well, we had an apartment up over the restaurant.
Okay. Yeah.
And we had worked on that during the fall
True. Yeah.
and everything. So once we got married and we got back, that's where we moved into.
Yeah.
The apartment over the restaurant, 3rd floor.
Didn't matter. Could have
Yeah.
been the 10th floor and it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, and you guys were happy doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the first meal that we Marge cooked for us. She tried to bake some yeast rolls, and it had they were almost like rocks,
What
and
happened
she had
to Mom?
hidden them. She had hidden them out on the emergency
Exit.
Okay.
out of the
Yeah.
third floor to get down onto the second
Yeah.
floor. As the second, like deal like that, and I looked out and it was over by the bathroom, and I looked out. I said, "So what are these out here?" And she goes, "Well, they didn't come out very good." And I said, "I don't think so." And I just pitched one out over, and the garbage pit was down below on the about 4 floors down, for crying out loud, and it was right full of like that. And when that hit, it went poof.
Boom.
It's like a rock.
It was rock, just like a rock, for crying out loud. But she improved.
Oh, Mom makes some of the best
Oh, she
rolls.
makes some of the
Yeah.
best bread
Ever.
there is, so.
Nana Sprague was,
Yeah.
was my teacher, and that was in the restaurant. It was soon after that
Okay.
that I was making
Yeah.
bread and stuff.
Did you need to learn more how to cook, or were you already pretty proficient?
No,
in,
I think I
yeah.
needed to learn.
Okay.
Yeah. My mother, Jackie, and I always cooked,
Mm-hmm.
and so there was that.
Mhm.
We always cooked, but it wasn't the same thing,
Yeah.
And so I had to learn
Mhm.
how to more.
Dad, did you cook back then, or when did you kind of get into dabbling in the kitchen? Were you always?
Well, I
in?
was always in the kitchen. I mean, I was shot out of cook for my aunt while I was growing up through high school.
Okay.
So
All right.
I always knew how to cook.
Yep.
And knew how to make bread and knew how to do stuff, but I never really dabbled too much in making meals until after you kids were gone, and
After you
and
were
she
gone.
was working in
Mhm.
New Hampshire, and I'd make
Then you got
Friday
into,
night meals for her when she come home.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
And they were good.
I'd anything and everything for going on.
What did you guys do for fun before you had kids? Like, what did you do as a couple? Go to the movies, go to swimming,
We'd go up to camp.
go to dinner.
Yeah,
we'd go
that'd
to
be about
camp.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember.
No, I don't either.
I
Or
don't-
do you think you're just working so much?
I think we worked. We
Yeah.
both had jobs, and we worked, and I don't recall, what we did. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, let's talk about the very first thing you built together, which, tell me if I'm right, was your home, right? The
Yeah.
home that
Yeah.
Tim and I grew up in.
Yeah. We built that right from scratch, and we did the foundation Memorial Weekend and had everything right up, and of course we had Timmy coming, and we had to get that room done, and that was about the only room that was done in the whole house.
Yeah.
Had it
Tim's
roofed
bedroom,
like
Tim's
that, yeah.
nursery.
And your mother came up and was shingling, helping us shingle, for crying out loud, and Anna Sprague was having a hindered because your mother was up there 8 months pregnant,
7 months.
7
Yeah,
months
7
pregnant
months.
or whatever, shingling the house, for crying out loud. And I mean, we just,
And it didn't occur to me. I didn't do it to be brave or whatever. I did it
Yeah.
so to help
Yeah.
get the
Get
work
things done.
get it done and so forth. So yeah.
So you got enough of the house done, so when Tim came home, were you living in the house?
oh yeah, we were living in the house. We had, Timmy's room was in the bathrooms. We had running
Right.
water. We had a jury rig sink and stove and refrigerator. And Timmy's room was the only room that was actually finished in August when he was born. And
So there wasn't inspections back in those days.
no,
not
not,
building
not
inspection.
slightly,
No.
The outside was done.
Yeah.
Yeah, the outside was completely done. It was all watertight, and this exterior was done. The interior wasn't done.
Mm-hmm.
And Nana and Grandpa, they were retired, and they'd come down and do stuff during the day while we were both working, or if she was working, or whatever like that. And I'd come home at night, and like they would be hardwood flooring all through the house. There would be 5 or 6 rows of hardwood flooring all done out, laid right out. So all I had to do was nail them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd get home about 4:30 in the afternoon, and your mother was cooking dinner, and I'd nail the floor in. I'd no more than get into the last row, and dinner was about ready to be served, and down come Nana and Grandpa
To do more.
and laid out another 3 or 4 more rows.
Wow.
And then Nana thought she was saving so much because I had some 6 or 8 inch pieces of 4-foot sheetrock, so she would put them in closets that she knew that I was going to put a cedar coating over
Yeah.
or something like that, and
No waste whatsoever.
no waste
Ever.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no.
So you built a home, and when did you start talking about the restaurant?
In 1970, so that was in 1972. 1976 was when we bought
The restaurant.
the restaurant.
Okay, so Tim's 4, I'm 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you bought it from his aunt and uncle?
That's
Aunt and
right.
uncle, yep.
Yeah, that we did, and we just, you know.
We run it for 9 years, 9-10 years or something
Yep,
like that.
Yep, and yeah, we just decided to do it. You know,
Mhm.
we just did it, and so it was 2 buildings at the time. It was a little ice cream stand,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a house,
Mhm.
and we moved it together
Yeah.
so that the bottom half was the restaurant, and the top half was apartments that we rented out to local people. And the first winter was very quiet, but after that it just
Picked up.
it picked up, caught on, and we were busy.
Did you like running a restaurant?
Yep. Yeah,
What did you
it did.
like about it?
I liked the cooking, I liked everything about it.
She liked meeting the people more than anything. I mean,
I did.
just the people.
Really?
I mean,
Yeah.
people that would come in
It's interesting.
on yearly basis on their trip up through to Greenville for crying out loud, stop in and buy a loaf of bread, half a dozen donuts, and a quart of baked beans for crying out loud on a Saturday afternoon, and she'd call them by name,
Mm-hmm.
and they just couldn't get over it. I mean, I wouldn't know them, but yet Marge would say, "Oh yeah, you're so and so," and I mean, it grew. It just grew. That was all there was to it. When
Yeah.
we had a nice little business.
We were open in the morning from 5.
5:30
to-
well, we stayed open started at 5:30 to 11, dropped back to 9, and dropped back. You know, during the winter months and
Right.
stuff,
Yeah.
we dropped back a little bit.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
We were 7 days a
didn't,
week.
We
though.
didn't know just
Yeah, we
what
were just
to.
numb.
How'd you guys come up with the name?
Tim and T's. I think it was my idea.
Yeah.
My idea, but it just seemed to be the thing to do. Tim and T's. That
Mhm.
seemed to be, and you know that worked.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked, and we named it Tim and T's, T-I apostrophe S, and a lot of people didn't realize that it was Tina T.
Mhm.
A lot of people would call it ties, you know.
Tim
it
and
was
Ties.
Tim and Ties.
Who came up with the specialty items, or like was that agreed? Was that mutually discussed? Was that like just tradition?
Well, it may have been between us, but it was his mother, because Gary's mother came and cooked for us for a while.
okay.
And so it was her and me and Gary, and then, you know, was that kind of thought
Mm-hmm.
was where all the specials came from.
Mm-hmm.
But she really was, when people in town heard that she was going to cook, that stepped the business right up.
Really?
Yeah, it
she was
did.
known for her cooking.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they were fresh every morning. What was baked fresh?
Donuts, bread, muffins. Of course, you could have eggs, whatever. You know, we had it.
Yeah.
When we went from the little stand, no bigger than this room right here, to the house where we set up the ice cream stand and everything like that. We went right into Italian sandwiches, pizzas, calzones, you name it. I mean, hamburgers, hot dogs,
Yep.
French fries,
And then we had
and breakfast material. Then we decided to do breakfast, and that's when the homemade donuts come in. And we started out at 2.5 dozens of donuts a day, and in the end, when we got done, I think it was in 20 and 30 dozen donuts
A day?
a day we would do. We would
Wow.
shell out a lot of donuts, a lot of coffee.
And we still have all those recipes as a
Oh,
family.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Your
Yeah.
I
and-
just saw the cookbooks the other day.
yeah.
So how was running a business together? Did you guys fight a lot?
Yeah,
About what?
everything.
Everything. We did and we didn't. You know, I mean, we probably had 3 or 4 outstanding, you know, quarrels
But it
and
was over
stuff.
just people. It was.
Yeah,
It weren't between
Yeah.
her and I.
Yeah.
It was people that
how we manage people.
manage people, and I was working construction. That was her particular job per se to run the restaurant, but yet when it comes down to do any disciplining or firing or anything like that, I had to get involved, and I didn't think I needed to get involved, but yet she thought I did, and
Did you have a different memory of that? Yes.
Yeah.
Mom has a different memory. That's okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
okay.
So anyway,
I'll
it
never
was
drink
about
on
the
that one.
people. Yeah, but it, you know, we got through it.
So it was breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, but it was not really, we didn't have set down dinners. It was all
It was a
fast
It
food.
was a diner.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
yeah, it was.
The fresh dough pizza. Wasn't that something that you newly introduced in that kind of region of the state,
Yes.
or didn't?
Yes.
Like, because it was you were one of the first places to offer fresh dough. It was pre-made crust before that, right? That you would
Right.
buy
Yeah.
in bulk.
The fresh dough was a frozen dough, and we thawed out and
Right.
stretched out for
So what I remember as a kid is that Tim and I were regularly in the back at night. We were bunking out on crates of soda cans. Like
Well,
there was
we had a bed.
yeah,
we had a cot back there
Yeah.
for you guys to sleep on.
a little TV.
Yep.
And so while we were young, you guys always had us there, or most times. And I remember we both got the chicken pox, and we're both laying in the back at one point in time with chicken pox. But we would routinely be in the back
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. And then I participated a little bit in like chopping onions or doing
Yeah.
like a little bit of prep work. I don't know if I was ever really helpful in it. Was I?
Yeah. Yeah. You
Or was that just like a
Yeah, we
vague
got done.
memory
We
that I
got
had.
out of the restaurant business just about the time that you and Tim
we could have actually
could have
helped.
been helping,
Yeah.
but we got out of it. So
Yeah, but you guys always made good money at it, didn't you?
Yes.
Was money
Yeah,
the
it was
stress,
decent.
or
yeah, it was decent money.
But you know, we didn't have time to go and spend like a vacation.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
so that was the
But interest rates were high too back then.
yeah.
At that time, we
Okay.
were paying like 11% interest
on the loan.
on the loan that
okay,
we borrowed. Yeah.
okay.
And
Yeah.
so that meant we had to work it more
That's
than
true.
we had to hire.
Ah.
So once we got that paid off, we started hiring more people and having more people. So, but
Yep.
it
That's
was
true.
high interest rate.
Yeah.
Who managed the money?
He did.
I did.
He did, but I counted. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a dual thing, but
Yeah.
I think it was pretty much. But he knew the numbers, you know.
Yeah. Was there a point when your pride of owning it was diminished versus the stressors of owning it? I mean, because I always felt like you guys always had a lot of pride in being a reputable
Yeah. no.
diner.
I think we just knew it was time to time to sell it. It really was time. We were thinking about expanding, and then we said, "Oh God, what are we thinking?" And then we decided to put it up
Yeah.
for sale.
What was in between that and the horse farm?
Horse farm started in 92, 93.
95 when I worked, I worked for the telephone company,
Yep.
Doing
customer service
okay.
work, and it was fun. Every job I've had, I've enjoyed.
You enjoyed?
I've enjoyed.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed my work, and that was fun. It was.
So how did you work together on the horse farm?
Well, by that time, Tim was right at the beginning of it, so we started out with a pair of them, and then we ended up with 4 or 5, not ours, but other people came to the farm to work, but Tim was the primary worker, and so we didn't have we did not have an outdoor ring or an indoor ring, so Garry built the indoor ring in 97. We bought Deuce and Daisy in 95, but in 97 he built the indoor ring, and it collapsed that following winter.
The ring?
The ring, because of
Ice storm in 98.
an ice storm, a severe ice storm,
Wow.
snow and ice, and we were in the barn and we watched it cave in, but then we built it up again, and we built the trusses with double the
Strength and everything.
strength.
So,
Yep,
yeah.
yep. And in 98 we were back up and running again, so I had never seen Garry so despondent as he was for the few days after that collapse. He was pretty in despair, and but then he was back up and running when we knew the insurance was going to cover it and everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was that your worry, Dad? Your biggest worry was the
Yeah.
loss?
Yeah, because we bought insurance, and at the last moment, and we hadn't had the insurance much more than a week.
Wow.
And
I mean, it was.
and storms had been happening prior to that, and I went to the insurance company and said, "Hey, I need this insured." Yep, no problem. They insured it. Give me X amount, and I just said, "No, what's the total amount?" And I gave them the total amount
Paid in
that
full.
they wanted. Paid it in full,
Mm.
like $1,800 or something like that.
Yeah.
I paid it in full, and a week later, I was calling the insurance company up and said, "Hey, it's in the ground, you know." And it was,
My God.
But there were buildings around us that
yeah,
had
it
collapsed.
was building everywhere.
all throughout the state.
And the insurance company guy had put the right coverage on to cover collapse by snow.
Mm-hmm.
It was an A or a B, I don't know what it was, but he had the right number on it like that.
Yeah.
And so once I heard that, he said, well, it'll be a while because the inspectors are, the adjusters
Yeah.
are so busy that it's going to be a couple of weeks. I said, well, I can't have it this way. I've got to clean it up. I've got a barn full of horses for going out. I got to have this cleaned up. Take all the, I took 100 and so pictures of them like that. Had a guy come in, move it all off to one side. The adjuster showed up and he goes, well, we'll see you in the spring, and you're fully covered and everything like that, and minus your deductible. And I said, hell with spring. I said, I've got horses here that need to get trained, and I've got a trainer here that's pretty hard for her to train out into this stuff.
Yeah.
And I said, I'll you tell me when I'm going to get the check, and I'm going to have trusses sitting here the next day.
Wow.
And I did. So I mean, I just called people up, and I had rebuilt it. We had the roof back on it in probably 6 weeks,
Wow.
Wow.
because I took time off from work.
You did. Yeah.
And hired guys to put the roof on. Then I
Yeah.
finished it off as I could. And that was the biggest part, just get the roof on.
So you guys, as you, mom had a desire to do this on a personal level, but then there was finding Tim
A job.
A
to do,
job.
yeah.
and so it checked that box, but it also, like, it's you guys have been now working side by side your entire marriage,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And you continue to do that
Yeah.
for 30 years. How does that feel?
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Simple as that.
Yeah, it is. It
Had a
is.
few ups and downs, but what the hell, you know.
I don't know any.
She had her stuff, I had my toys, and
I don't know any business that it doesn't have ups and downs. But
Right.
it was more ups than
Yeah.
anything.
And then,
Yeah.
how did you get through, if you guys would fight about something business related, how did you resolve it?
Well, we usually squabble,
Mhm.
I mean, back and forth, and then just kind of go about our work and so forth, and the squabble would become less, and then we'd
Mm-hmm.
come back and I think find an answer.
compromise?
Compromise. Yeah, I think that's how.
Do you think one compromised more than the other?
No, I
it was
don't.
all 75-25 each way, so as far as I was concerned.
75-25.
Say more about that, Dad. What do you mean?
Well, I think I gave 75% more, and then she ended up doing 75% more than what I did, and so it was always evened out 50-50.
It evened out
Evened
eventually.
out.
Yeah.
And we always stayed together, and we slept in the same bed, and we neither one of us went on the couch or anything like that. So I mean, it was mad enough so that we,
So what's your best piece of relationship advice? If you were talking to me
happy
or...
wife, happy life.
Okay. Marge?
I hate that saying.
I know.
I'm not sure. I think every individual couple has to find their own way, and I'm not sure what advice I'd give anybody. Really,
Well, like, think about, like, Lindsay or Aiden and Ella or Patrick trying to find relationships. What do you, if you had to give them just a couple of thoughts on
Slow and easy.
Slow and easy. You guys got married in 5 months.
Slow and easy is what I would say.
meaning like the pace of your life?
Yeah, just
Okay.
take it as it comes, but yet 75-25, and I'm just saying, it isn't you give 100% all the time. You do 75-25 and expect 75-25 coming back, and so it balances.
Did you come up with that, or did you learn that from somebody
something,
else?
I guess so. Yeah.
So like on days that she gives 25, you're giving 75, and on days that you can only give 25, she gives 75.
Yeah, and I don't know what that would be either, but yeah, I mean that's what it felt like. So.
Okay.
Mom, what do you think? For the kids, what would you say?
I think it's as each individual, Aiden, Ella,
Lindsay,
Patrick, each individual, it's going to depend on the partner that they choose and what they decide.
Yeah.
And it's the support that's given to them.
Yeah.
You can't, generalize on those terms because they're all going to be different. And so I don't have an answer for that.
Parenting, you guys were you were a unified team.
Yes.
We didn't know we were, but we were.
Yeah, it turns out.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So you didn't do that necessarily with intention, but you...
No.
I don't think so. I think that it was just, we knew we needed to be.
Yeah.
And we were.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I guess I feel like I brought you and Timmy up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was on the road. I mean, I was working.
And so the disciplining came from me, but
I'd follow suit and say yes if Your
whatever
mother disciplined
she
you.
said, yeah.
There's a reason why you got disciplined, because you
Yeah.
screwed up. You know?
How do you think parenting is changing today for young parents? Like, think about Kaylee and Caleb, or your grands who are gonna have children someday.
For us, we were part of that generation where people were doing separate things, and
Like, what's an example, Mom?
Where a father was working and a mother
okay.
was working, and they never really came together.
Okay.
As a unit.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what we did do right.
Yeah.
Was whether we talked about it, or whether we just were like this.
Backed each other up no
right,
matter what.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And we didn't do it from knowing anything. And so that's the thing we did right, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. Only you could say, but.
Did they do a good job?
Yes, I feel like what you guys are saying is true to what as I reflect on how as I parented, there was no go to one, get a different answer from the other. You guys were always united, and you were pretty firm about holding us accountable for even the smallest of things. All right, well, last big question, and then we'll do some rapid fire. But as a couple, what matters most to you in this stage of your life?
Can I speak?
Go for it, Mom.
Well, I haven't been well. And I worry about your dad.
So health.
Yep.
Dad, what would you say? What matters most right now?
Health. Like I said before, we're financially stable, so we're good that way. But our health is our biggest thing, and don't want to lose it.
Yeah.
He's so funny because it's like I sleep in till 8:30 every day, and he doesn't say. Every once in a while, maybe twice, he's come into the bedroom and he's like, "You gonna get up today?"
All right, you guys.
Okay.
Well, let's do some rapid fire.
Okay.
Favorite meal you've shared together?
Oh, I think it's like turkey dinner. I think it's turkey. It's Thanksgiving.
Yep. Thanksgiving time. Yep, with
Everybody.
Sawtelle's. Yeah.
With Sawtelle's.
Yeah.
Who is more stubborn?
Marge's.
Were you going to agree? Yes. You good.
Okay.
We'll give him that one.
Who is more patient?
What?
Who is more patient?
More patient?
Okay. So she's more stubborn and more patient.
Amazing.
Who worries more?
I do.
Yeah.
Who is more sentimental?
I am.
Yeah.
You're all the things, Mom.
Oh, God. It's hard work.
One thing about each other that still makes you smile.
You both have to answer this.
Just to hear her laugh.
He said that for his answer.
No.
It's the thing that makes him smile.
Just to hear her
Your
laugh.
laugh.
And so what was the...
She's like, and the next one is one thing about each other that makes you smile. So one thing about him that you like.
Yeah, I like it when he works on his health. Getting healthy.
Nice.
That makes me happy.
Yeah.
It really makes me happy. Like, I sit there and I go, yes.
Okay. Favorite decade of your life together?
Favorite what?
Decade.
Decade, like an era of your life, like a 10 years of your life?
Five decades.
Oh, decade of my life.
You know, I think it may have been like around the fourth and a half decade that those 2-3 years we would go out west.
In the RV van?
In the RV
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think
Those
so.
those were
Oh,
the
yeah.
best
Yeah,
times.
no matter
Those-
what, we
no
said we
matter.
were together. No matter what was happening, we were together. So that's
and
what it
and
was.
Gary would we'd be driving along, and this is so unlike Gary. He'd switched off from being a project manager on all these huge projects to just being my husband. And we'd be driving along, and I'd say, "Oh my goodness! Oh, look at
We
And
should stop.
we
We should
should-
pull over,
I
right?
would
Yeah.
not say that though. I would just say,
Oh.
"Oh my goodness, oh," and he'd go, "Should we stop? Do we need to pull over?" Anyway, those.
I remember one time when we was out in the Yellowstone, and what are you stopping for? And I said, well, I thought you wanted to see a buffalo. Well, there's one right there, you know. And he was just 3 feet
I
away.
was, and I was reading a map so to make sure we were, going the right way. And I said, "What are you stopping for?" We blah blah blah. And he said, "I think what you want to see is like right there." And there was a buffalo like right there laying
Aw.
down. So anyway,
Good
that
job,
was
Dad.
yeah.
Good one. One word to describe your life together.
Fantastic.
Aww.
Hectic.
Hectic. Okay.
One piece of advice for your kids.
For both of my kids. Patience. For both of them. Patience. Because everything grows from that.
Dad, do you have anything?
Let them live their life, because you can't live it for them.
Okay, last one. One thing you're grateful for right now.
I'm grateful for my health.
Health.
Good one.
Good job, you guys.
Anything else?
No. Well, we love you and thank you for doing this.
You're welcome.
Dad's like, ready for the next Crown Royal.